Page 177, Country Dance. This piece is in the key of D major, 2 sharps, C's and F's are sharp. Actually, I should say F's and C's are sharp, since F always comes first in a key signature. Don't have to, but I don't know. And there's a few accidentals thrown in. Let's take a look. First, the right hand. At the beginning, we simply have the 1 chord in various inversions. Here, staccato, and then a sforzando. That SF, that's a sforzando. That means give it a lot of, that is like a huge accent. So it's staccato. In other words, even though the natural accent comes on the first beat, or the measure, the first one, the staccato, you're going to give that second one a little extra, so it sounds like a pickup note. And then the next one, they don't give you anything here, so it's just, so I would give the staccato note a little more emphasis because of the natural accent than the half note. So I don't know if that's what they wanted or not, but that's what's written in the music. So the first 2 measures. Then the 8th notes. Slurred 2 notes and the staccatos, huh? I use just a light finger staccato on this. Second measure, same thing. Now keep in mind, we are fortissimo. This whole thing is very loud. You can vary that dynamic a little bit with how the melody is going if you feel it that way, but generally this is a loud piece. This is a happy, fun time dance. Second line is very similar to the first, except now you get this sforzando on both of the half notes. So it's here. And then the 8th notes again. And the sforzando on the last one. Then you're going to repeat that. Well, let's go on for now. Third line. Chord. This is a G chord. It happens to be a 4 chord in the key of D. That's not, but they put parentheses around the bottom note. Now this is just something the editor's done. This isn't something the composer's done or anything. They're simply telling you that if your hand isn't big enough to reach an octave, so just play the top 3 notes. Because sometimes when your hand isn't big enough, you got to leave notes out, or you roll the chord or something. We'll get into that maybe someday in the future. Who knows? So if you can't play the chord, and you're still out, and there's a sforzando on the second, so yeah, boom. If you can't reach that, then just play the top 3 notes. And then this scale coming down, nice light. I say light, I mean short, because this is loud. Remember, it's in the key of D major, 2 sharps, so you're not fingering it as you would a scale, but if you could play the scale, your fingers are so used to crossing over the thumb or whatever, that it won't matter. Start on 5th finger, you end up with 2nd finger on the blazzo, and then 4th finger on the D, the 3rd finger on the G. Then the tricky part, because you've got to go from here, that last note in the 3rd line, to the first chord in the last line is down here. It's an F sharp, D. So you got to go from here to here quickly. This is a fast piece. You have to practice that. I use a 1-3 fingering, not a 1-5, because to me to go here is hard, just plain hard. If I were going to do that, I'd do 2-5. I don't have to do the thumb. But I found I can do a 1-3 much easier because I can go from here to here. Okay, so I do a 1-3 and then a 2-5 on the next one. You can do a 1-5, it's fine. You can also do a 1-4 because you need a 3rd finger on the next one. And the last measure I do a 1-4 because I played a third finger on the C sharp, so it's just here. Piece of cake, right? Nothing to it. Left hand. Left hand is got different stuff going on, and this confuses me because the rhythm's different. Because in the right hand, the quarter note came first. But in the left hand, the quarter note comes second. 1, 2. And it's down, up, down, up. The last measure, that's an A. All of these are octaves in the left. Going down to the third line, you're on G for a while, and then the last measure of the third line, it's an A. And the last line is etc. But it's the rhythm. When I put the two hands together, it's here. It's a bump, ba-dum, bump, ba-dum, bump. This confuses me. I have to work on that. And that rhythm is pretty much throughout the whole thing. So I don't know that we need to play with me when we get to something that's difficult. If you can't read these notes, you're way in over your head. You need to go back, way back, and cover that material again. You will learn it eventually. You just can't rush it. It takes time to learn this stuff. So I will go slowly, sort of demonstrate it. I'm not going to perform it. You follow the music and you can perform it. But to give you just a real slow, it's 1, 2. And then I'd have to repeat that, and then let's pretend I repeated it, now I'm going on. I think you get the idea. That's pretty much this piece.